Hello all and welcome to another Captain Entertainment video. It's Art here with day 5 of Booktube Anniversary Video Week. The book review for John Vornholt's A Time to Be Born, the Star Trek A Time 2 series starter. It is where I started on the Star Trek Lit chart. And here we go. First off, let me put this into timeline perspective to those who are Star Trek fans. The timeline is this. We are in the movies between First Contact and Insurrection. So we have the Enterprise E, the Sovereign class ship. And for those that aren't Star Trek fans, I just spoke over your head. But those that follow Star Trek know exactly what I speak of. The book is written very, very well, and we follow my favorite crew, the crew I grew up on, the crew of the next generation, Captain Picard, Data, and the like. That's who we follow. First of all, let me take an aside and just say why I'm not filming this one outside, because I've noticed the wind muffles the microphone a little bit, so we're going to take care of that. And it is a windy day and a very bug-filled day as well. So as to not see me do this constantly through the video and have to hear a muffled voice, I am filming this one inside. It is written very well. At times, the space exploration and space battle and descriptors John Vornholt uses are top-notch, and they lead to vivid imagery in my mind, and I believe any reader's mind. It plays out much like a episode of Star Trek The Next Generation, or like a movie, in that you get to see certain aspects. And in this book, a character who was a cast regular for the first 4 seasons and a recurring character for the last 3 actually returns in the book as well. So you get to see 2 perspectives and get to see it meld in several different ways. Thanks, Shadow. Appreciate it, buddy. Yeah, thanks, Cat. The cat agrees. And the peril that is put on the Enterprise is both life-threatening and career-threatening. Vornholt, if you like the crew of the Next Generation, Vornholt does a great he puts you on pins and needles. He raises the level of excitement. I kind of wonder if he actually, he is a veteran of Star Trek books, but I don't think he wrote any Star Trek TV. And Shadow doesn't either. But the best way I can describe this book is it led me to want to read more of the series. It led me to pick up A Time to Die as quickly as possible. Fair warning to those who also want to jump in at this point in the timeline. It is a good thing to have watched all of the TV series, have seen all of the movies beforehand, and they're also only available on Kindle, or in e-reader form, I should say, not on Kindle, but in e-reader form. They're no longer in print. So you will either have to get them from a used bookstore online in your area, or get them the way I did in ebook form. There is no audiobook form of it whatsoever, so you will be reading and enjoying them. That said, the best way I can describe the ending and the climax of the book is John Vornholt pissed me off because he messed with some of the main characters, two that I can think of readily. But he didn't. I should clarify that. He didn't piss me off in a bad way. He pissed me off in the way that I want to see those characters win by the end of the series. If that makes sense. Like, I want to see them succeed, and with this being the first in the Time 2 series, he did have to leave building blocks of where to go in the series. If you can hear the car horn outside, there's nothing I can do about that one. The book is a breeze. It's only about 280 pages, so it's a breeze to get through. It's fun to get through. It's relaxing, and if you're a fan of The Next Generation, it's like meeting up with old friends and having yet another adventure with them. In the timeline I picked in the Star Trek Lit verse, I will be spending a lot of time with my Enterprise crew, either as a whole or in part, which was totally on purpose in my part. The next part of the timeline I'll be going to is the DS9 timeline, because they are my second favorite crew, and arguably the best show Star Trek has ever produced, Deep Space Nine, arguably. With that said, it's definitely a read it if you like classic Star Trek sci-fi. It's a love it if you're a TNG fan. If you're a Star Trek fan, you're going to love it. And for me, it was a nice breath of fresh air. And when I get nice breaths of fresh air, I give it a full 5 stars. The fact that it's vivid in its writing, its problems are well thought out and intricate in nature. The races that are introduced in the books, or at least I believe introduced in the book, are well thought out and fit in the narrative of Star Trek as a whole. Vornholt is truly a top-notch writer of his class, only bested in my opinion by the best Star Trek writer ever, that being Peter Allen David. But like I said, it's a full 5 stars. Go out and read the Star Trek timeline. You can find the Trek Lit timeline at the trekcollective.com. If I remember, I'll leave a link in the comments down below. If not, just search for the Trek Collective in Google, and it is the first search up. But without further ado, usually I make videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday at 12:30 p.m. Central, 10:30 a.m. Pacific, 1:30 p.m. Eastern. But because it's Booktube Anniversary Video Week, I will see you tomorrow with a book haul. An early June book haul. You're going to love it. Even Shadow agrees that you'll love it, don't you? But without further ado, boldly go into more books. I'll see you soon, and peace!